Hey guys, I feel like I owe you a long play, so we're looking for it's 1318 to 1718. Why is it going 210? Okay. Alright, we've got an opponent rated 1715 with the white pieces, and they're doing the English. Okay, I can go Anglo-Dutch. I think the general idea with the English is wait for the knight to come out, and we're going to bring this bishop out. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to play like a King's Indian. So this is Anglo-Indian. The idea is I'm going to put my bishop here and trade it for the knight. Simple as that. So we haven't fianchettoed the bishop. We're going to castle. As soon as they play a3, we trade off. But we're going to wait for them to waste the tempo trying to kick the bishop first. That's as far as I've got. I'm not expecting to have an easy game by any means here, but let's do our best. Okay, Queen c2. Looking down here, but his other light squared bishop is pointing at the other side of the board. Now, I think c6 might be a plan. What did Jose say about c6 in a similar position the other day? I can't remember. Okay, this is undefended. If I bring my knight out, it could be snatched off, but that's not a bad thing. But that's a thought. I'm going to play it. Now, this is my opponent's opening. He knows the English hedgehog system, apparently, whatever this is. Yeah, he knows his opening, I don't. It's a good thing about English, which is 1c2. It does, so he's prevented me from coming into d4. That's how I do that move. Don't want to do this. He's got two attackers on there. Three attackers, actually. 1, 2, 3. So what do we do? Is it Queen e7? Queen e7 an idea? Maybe just push this pawn up. That looks reasonable. Something like this. You think? So he's moved his knight out to e2, so as not to block in the fianchetto bishop. Makes a lot of sense. With d6, I'm slightly concerned about getting trapped here. So I'm going, so a6 would give me a little cubby hole, also putting me on the right diagonal. There. Then he'd have to trap me here. Takes. Maybe I don't have to do that yet. Can't do this. Takes. But I can. Pair of trades. So I can trade pawns. I can trade knights. He takes. I think that's actually playable. Let's just check it again. If pawn takes, right? So push pawn takes. We've got my pawn on there. Knight takes, optional knight takes. He's then attacking my bishop. Then his bishop would come. I think we're okay. The old counting attackers and defenders trick. Not delighted with the present fate of my light squared bishop. This guy might want to come back down to here or here. But that just invites d4. Okay, takey. 1, 2 attackers, 2 defenders. So the first trade makes sense because it's pawn for a pawn. The second trade does not, because it would be a knight for a pawn. Okay, now here comes d4. So, the story on the king side is very much that white has a bunch of pawns on the dark squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And there's another one on B. Which suggests that this bishop is going to have a hard time of it. So is that bishop. So I'm thinking to myself, should I trade off my dark squared bishop now for my opponent's knight, which is a good horse? I could stick a pawn on c6, build a granite wall against that light squared bishop, saying fianchetto that, right? I'd like to play this and hit the queen, but it's not defended there. I could bring up my bishop to here now. This is vastly improved thanks to my opponent's recent idea to exchange a load of stuff off. I mean, he could have sat with that tension. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think I've come out slightly better out of that exchange. It's principle to get the bishop out, but I really want to put it there, but I can't. How can I support it? I can't. I mean, I could put my knight here, then the bishop can come there, but is that a kind of a one-dimensional threat? Well, let's start by trading off the bishop for the knight anyway. This is a 12-4 game, so I stand to win 12 points if I can overcome my better opponent. So, happy knights. Kind of awkward pawn because it's not defended by another pawn. So knight here in c6 does have quite a lot to recommend it. Let's go for that idea. And I also then have this idea. Okay, well, I can play this now, can't I? And so the question is, this is what I'm doing now. This is like what you have to do to beat a 1600, or at least not to lose in 10 moves. If he pushes this, what happens? Well, I've got 3 attackers and he's only got 2 defenders, so nothing wrong with that. Now the queen's going to dodge here, and then my b pawn is going to be under it. But I might just play rook b1, rook b8, and then c6. Yeah. The queen can't take that. I'm going to play c6. That gives my queen actually some mobility. He's now got a massive dark squared pawn complex. Ooh, hello. Knight is defended by the queen, has to be said. Okay. He's put 2 attackers on there. I've just added a 4th defender. So what I just did was that I instinctively added a defender without counting attackers and defenders first, because it wasn't quite required. This is an idea. Do you fancy trading off your defensive bishop, because it really doesn't have much offensive capability right now, and help me to put my knight in the centre in the process? Is he planning this? Is that the point of this move? Is he planning e4? No, he's not. So I just take it. So that's not. I mean, I've got rook e1, e8. Keep getting what colour pieces I've got. This. I feel like if he pushes that pawn, it does not benefit his situation. I'll just probably drop the bishop back to g6, and then his bishop is muted, and also his pawns are somewhat weaker because they're all in a row. Knight here. Knight here is a thought, challenging this knight. And if he takes me, I'll probably recapture with f. I know I heard a Levy video recently where it says you usually want to capture towards the centre with your h-pawn when you've got, like, 2 pawns in front of the king. Normally, you're all right to open the a-file, more often than not. I know a lot of people at my level don't tend to do that. Another quite simple idea is queen d7. Drop the bishop in here, get rid of the bishop that way. But is this a more efficient way to do it? Let's find out. drinking old Jamaica ginger beer. It's full of sugar. You'll be bouncing off the walls. Don't drink sugar, kids, or eat it. It's not good for you. Incidentally, I turned 50 in 2 days' time. How about that? So if you want to send me a birthday present, you are very welcome to do that. I've got a donate link in the description of the video. Okay, so you're very welcome to, if you want to support what I do. I've never asked for money for anyone other than Chess Bootcamp Live for our live training. But yeah, you're welcome to do that. I'm technically unemployed right now, so it would be very gratefully received. Yeah, I don't think I want to stick my bishop on the outside of this pawn chain. Right, that's not where the action is. The action really is this diagonal. If I come to here, he could take with the knight. This is okay. Considering the way things are, it's not a bad board for knights right now. We have one blocked off file in the middle. Things could open up quite a lot. My opponent still has the bishop pair, so I'd like to improve my knights. Maybe rook here, knight here. There's two defenders on there though. Okay, what's his plan? What's your evil plan? Have I just improved his pawn structure somehow? I don't know. Somehow it feels a bit more solid. Right, pawn breaks and stuff like that. What have we got? Still got rook e8 as an idea. It's a general improving move. That's defended once. That's defended twice. That's defended only by the queen. My horses are kind of languishing a little bit. If I go here, I'm just likely to get kicked back, but I'm not. Right, I'm going to play queen d7. Might play rook here, might play bishop here and try and drop it. Oh, I can't do that. So that bleeding knight. Bleeding knight's guarding h3, isn't it? One thing I do know about 1700 rated players is they screw up. They don't screw up all the time, but they do screw up from time to time because everyone does. Okay, so he's pinned my knight, so that's prompted me to play rook e8 anyway. And you may choose to abandon the bishop pair. Although this is the poorer of the poorer relation of the two bishops, it's, bishop's prospects can improve. Boards change, pawns move forward, that's what pawns do. Pawns get swapped off. Oh, I've also got an over the board match tonight as well. How about that? I'm not going to bite. I think if takes, your queen and bishop become a bit more powerful. If I allow you to take me, I could recapture with a knight. So I'm going to push this idea. He's got 3 attackers on here. He's got 1, 2, 3. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders. How about that, boys and girls? I think I'm holding my own right now. Opponent's lost 1 pawn, which is the b pawn. I've lost my e pawn. So he does have a central advantage. He might, I wouldn't be surprised if e4 comes. In which case we might see some swappers. Oh, hello. Hello there. Now then, right. I have option here. I take with rook, play rook b8. Queen still defends this, huh? Or take with queen. Take him with rook. Feels more flexible. I want to retain the option of this if this horse ever goes a wandering. there 3 defenders on there? Do I take by knight? That puts pressure on this, 2 attackers. His knight takes, or do I? Now I give myself an isolated queen's pawn this way, but that still helps against the e4 push. Do I have to concern myself with the e4 push? And it opens up the c-file completely if I take with the pawn. It also blunts his queen. So that's what we're going to do. See, now everything's opened up. I'm glad that my opponent has given up his dark square bishop. He now only has the 1 bishop, and it's not, quite honestly, it's not the flashiest bishop in the world. It's a bit crap. It might come round this way at some point. Maybe then a6. So I have this. Have this as a move. I can play that. I can trade off rooks because queen can take. Because the rook would then be guarding b7. Again, my knight isn't looking all that swish. However, there are 2 attackers currently and 2 defenders on that piece there, that pawn on d5. If I do this and he takes and I take back, then my queen is no longer defending that and I will lose a pawn. So we don't want to do that. What's this bishop doing? Come on. That kind of works. 1, 2, 3 defenders now against 2 attackers, and that then does free up the queen to move. If knight takes there, I'll just recapture with the pawn maybe and reinforce, so get a pair of pawns in the middle rather than an isolated pawn. I feel like 2, 2 and 2 is better than 3, 2 and 1 in general, just kind of arithmetically speaking. Okay, so now I do have this option. He takes me, I take him. I own the open file. This is sufficiently defended. You take me, I'll take you back. Okay, well, you don't want that. Now, he can just take me here. So let's trade off. I'm going to have to move a pawn and give my king some luft, as they say. My opponent is from Germany, apparently, so this will make sense. Luft is German word for air. There, takes. I can always stop with that. I can. Also here, bishop guards c8, rook guards c7. And I think we are not afraid. So I could even put my queen here. Right, threatening this pawn for starters. And should this rook ever vacate, I've got this. Bishop blocks. Queen's the only defender of this. Nothing's defending that. I don't know. I don't know about this. Do this move, this move. Let's think it through. Let's say queen a4. Yeah. Queen can't come here or here or here. Could come here, but then I'll just kick. And that does attack the rook. Maybe this is a safer move, don't know. Let's try it. Down to 6 minutes. I'm not too worried about losing on time in this game, you know. If I can manage to prevent a loss, I'm just stopping the knight from coming to this square because it would have I don't know. Maybe cause problems. Queen can now come here if she wants, because... Okay. Well, what's the idea with that then? What is the idea with that? Hard to tell. That attacks rook, but then I can come here and pin you against the queen. Not going to win you. It's a nice square for a knight. I can challenge it though. Here I might even trade off. I think I probably would. Okay, that attacks queen. Okay, so you've removed my escape square that way. So let's come here. Still rook defends this, bishop defends this. Right, what's he doing? Conscious my rook's not defended by anything right now. It's not the happiest piece in the world. But yeah, I'm attacking this pawn here. And then, you know, potentially got two passed pawns. Not that he's got any reason not to defend it. He could just push it forwards. So queen defends. I don't really want to put my king here. It leaves my rook kind of vulnerable. But the only piece that can really... There we go, okay. So that feels like a concession of sorts. Is this a move? Or do I want to try and trade knights off? I think I do. I think I do. If I double his pawns here, I'll be alright. Get 4 points for a win. For a draw. I can draw this game somehow. I can get perpetual or something like that. That's undefended. That's undefended. Defense defends. Defends. Defend each other. These pawns, yeah, look at these, look at these. Rook here is a thought now. Ooh. Oh. Ow. Didn't see that one coming. Having said that, the knight is defended quite adequately, so queen's got to go somewhere, and that's as good a place as any. Okay, let's defend it twice, attack twice. Oh, that was a nice move. I did not see that. Well, I didn't even check, did I really, quite honestly? And that's going to come with check, and there's no way I can recapture. Ooh. So the thing about moving my knight there was I created an alignment issue here. Okay, now I don't think there's anything I can do here. This is the situation. Okay, my queen's under attack. Now I think that is now genuinely a resignable situation because I can't even recapture the rook. No, because I'd have to go here or here and then queen takes, eh? I can't counterattack my opponent's queen. Can't move my queen where it attacks that queen on a protected square. No. But GG. You know, good game. We're going to have a quick look at the review. I'd like to think that I played fairly solid up until that point. I'd like to feel I was on equal terms at some point in that game. Be happy with that against a 1700 player. 78.7 is good. Okay, I made 2 mistakes and 1 blunder. Okay, mistake number 1, putting my bishop here. Computer says just push h6. It's a blunder because I allow it to be kicked. So from this situation it's equal. From here and I move back, it's plus 1.75. Remember I said I felt like I'd improved my opponent's situation, and I did. So here I was kind of okay working with this dark squared. You know, all these pawns on dark squares. I started a light squared bishop, and now it's like my bishop has just, you know, 2 squares have been taken away. Yes, it kind of blunted that bishop. I said this one might come round at some point, and it did, with quite devastating effect at the end. Okay, so that was first mistake. Next one was this. Again, it wanted me to push h6. Not sure why h6. But again, h6 would have restored equality. So, bottom line, I was doing pretty well at that point. That was not a bad exercise. I think, you know, holding on for 30 moves against the 1700, pretty happy. And here I'm losing a queen. Oh! I'm losing a queen? So, analysis from this position. a6 is the best move the computer finds. Knight takes there, I take there. Wow, and it's plus 15 there for white. But yeah, well played to Uli 1806. I enjoyed that. That's all good. And I only lost a handful of points as well, so there we go. Can't get upset. Yeah, always fun to play a stronger opponent. Makes you test your game and play better. Still a bit confused. I mean, yeah, I get that wasn't the best move, but I'm not quite sure why this one was best. But, you know, we're still equal, if I played that, equal after 14 moves against somebody, you know, nearly 200 points higher. So I'll take that all day long. Okay, hope you enjoyed that, guys. Please leave your comments. If you want to send me a tip for my 50th, then please feel free to do that. But, you know, otherwise, hope you've enjoyed yourself. Thanks for watching. See you later.